batteries obviously went back, but a lot of these community here have been here for over 100 years. My own family, Your Excellency, been here for 4 generations. We came here in 1898, and we just love this country. We're not going anywhere. We're going to be here permanently. So whilst we build bridges, actual physical bridges, we've also built community and social bridges across the country as well. Since those early days, the Hindu community has grown and flourished, contributing extensively to the Kenyan business, social, and political landscapes. In the business community, Your Excellency, Hindu leaders have been pioneering entrepreneurs and have made remarkable contributions to Kenya's economic progress. We all know of Dr. Manu Chandera, Your Excellency. He's a famous member of our community, but besides his business acumen, as you well know, his profound generosity through the Chandera Foundation, where he supported education, healthcare, and social welfare projects, ensuring the achievements of uplifting the people of our countless Kenyans. Similarly, Your Excellency, we lost a very famous patron, Hindu patron in Mombasa recently, of what the Hindu community can do in this country. Your Excellency, your very good friend is here with us as well. We wanted to make sure we recognize him, Dr. Narendra Raval, Guruji. For us, orphanages and assisted in disaster relief. His journey exemplifies how Hindu entrepreneurs are dedicated not only to business success, but also to the broader mission of building a prosperous, inclusive Kenya. Your Excellency, you may not know, but Guru here was actually a priest at our Hindu council at one of our temples, and for him to be where he is an inspiration to all of us. So, Kaka, namaste to you and congratulations to you, sir. On the social front, you've all know about the massive contribution we've done to health in this country. MP Shah Hospital, which is chaired by Dr. Manoj Shah. Guru Nanak Hospital, which is managed by the East African Ramagaria Sikh Board. They're all here as well, the Sikh community. To benefit, whose chairman is Dr. Rasik Kantaria, is probably the most high-tech health facility in this country and is geared only towards providing latest technology at the way of life. Your Excellency, you saw a number of dances this morning, and I just want to highlight a number of institutions and communities who have done an incredible job over the last 5, 10, 100 years, particularly during the last recent COVID-19 pandemic. The Sri Kachi Satsang Swaminar Temple, who have engaged for decades now in educational support, healthcare, and food distribution for vulnerable communities. The Jain Social Group and Arya Samaj of Kenya have funded scholarships, conducted free medical camps, and supported orphanages, helping to uplift countless individuals across the country. Your Excellency, you know about the Hare Krishna movement, ISKCON, Food for Life program. You may not know about the Jalaram Mandir, Chakula program, where they feed 2,000 children every single day for the last 20, 30 years, especially in low-income areas. These initiatives provide free nutrition school meals to school children and families in need, reflecting the Hindu principle of Anandan, the act of food donations, which is considered one of the highest forms of charity in our community. And educational programs reaching out to communities beyond Nairobi are working towards sustainable, healthy future for all Kenyans. The Hindu Religious and Service Center, HRSC, I think the chairman is here, has coordinated blood donation drive, disaster relief, education outreach, bringing together Hindu institutions to serve the nation. Through their combined efforts, our community strives to be a positive change and bring well-being to all parts of our community. Brave leaders such as Manilal Desai, who stood as an advocate for civil rights, fighting for equality and justice, alongside other freedom fighters. Makhan Singh, a prominent trade unionist, fought tirelessly for the rights of Kenyan workers, helping to establish the labor rights that are fundamental to our society today. These leaders made great personal sacrifices, driven by a sense of duty and patriotism that speaks to our shared commitment to Kenya's progress and unity. Their legacy is a powerful reminder of the shared history and values between the Hindu community and the Kenyan nation. Mr. President, Your Excellency, the Hindu community stands beside you. And with all Kenyans united in our shared goal of building a stronger, more inclusive Kenya, we are proud to be part of the nation's story. And we look forward to continuing our story together towards the light, towards the path towards progress and prosperity. Your Excellency, we brought the whole Hindu community to you today. Now they have two small requests. With your permission, I want to talk. And as you can see, as a trustee, I'm under major pressure from all of them to make this request from you, sir. As in all major religions in the country have national public holidays to mark their religious days, we are requesting you to consider making a Hindu Diwali Day a national public holiday. Mzee, now you're stuck. Mzee, why we say that in all sincerity, we feel that being part of this culture of this country, we want to celebrate Diwali with the rest of the Kenyans. Not only within ourselves, but we feel part of this country. And we feel a Hindu public holiday would just make us feel proud to be Kenyans, and we want to celebrate with all of you. I see my chairman there smiling, so chairman, well done. Mr. Last small request. We want to build a charity hospital, and we want to build another school. And we are requesting if the government, just give me a sec, if the government, we want to buy 10 acres in Nairobi. We want to build a hospital and a school, and we want to put our Hindu Council headquarters there. This hospital will be open to all Kenyans. It will be targeting the less advantageous in our society, and it will be fully funded by our community. So just a second request, Mr. That we can buy, we don't need free land, but we'll buy 10 acres at a subsidized government rate. But it's for the Kenyan public, and if you can allow us that when you have some time, sir. Finally, Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, as we celebrate Diwali today, may we remember that the light we kindle is just not for ourselves, but for all of Kenya. Together, let us carry the light forward, illuminating a brighter future for every Kenyan. Thank you, Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, for being with us, celebrating Diwali with us. May God bless you, Your Excellency. May God bless Kenya.
Now invite the Speaker of the National Assembly, Honorable Moses Wetangula, to come and in turn invite His Excellency the President. Why don't you give him a warm round of applause as he comes. Welcome, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Namaste. All the Hindus. That's what I say in Parliament. Order members, every time we want to hear each other. Your Excellency, our President, the Chairperson of the Hindu Council, my friend Dr. Kantaria, Mzee Guru, and all friends here. In my many activities as a lawyer, I have interacted with a lot of your community. From where I come in Western Kenya, we have your community that has left an indelible mark on the commercial and farming activities of the region. If you have in the communities, education, health, farming, name it. And I stand here as I invite the President to salute your community. In fact, in terms of economic growth of this country, your community is one of those that have punched way above your weight in getting Kenya to where it is, whether it's in industry, in retail trade, in many ways. So we salute you as you celebrate your New Year's Day. I have been living for a long time in Westlands, and such a day is normally characterized by a lot of blasts in the night. Sometimes you think robbers are attacking, kumbe your neighbors are celebrating, and it's good to celebrate your culture. I saw some young girls dancing, and I told Guru, I visited a city called Vishakhapatnam in India, near Bengal, and I went to a festival, and all these dances Your Excellency displayed here, I saw them there, dancing very gracefully and graciously. So let's, as a community, feel a sense of belonging to this country. Be part of Kenya in every respect, because you have no spare country. This is where you are born, this is where you have grown up, and this is where we'll finally rest as a people. I have a friend in the UK who came from Kenya, Your Excellency, the Hindus. They are in Wembley, and they run a shop called Kenya Jewelers. They have never wanted to lose the name Kenya. And you ask them why, they say, because we are proud to be Kenyans. And that's why we are carrying the name Kenya here. With those few remarks, allow me to invite His Excellency, and be all upstanding, to come and address us on this very important occasion. Your Excellency, if you decide to give them a holiday and it comes to Parliament, I'll put the question very quickly.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take our seats. Thank you very much. The chairperson of the Hindu community in Kenya, Madam Sujata Gautam Raju, my good friend Bimal Kantaria, sometimes I call him Bill, distinguished members of the Hindu community, good afternoon. Hamjambo. Namaste. Kaisai आप लोग? सब कुछ थी ही भगवान आपको सदा खुश रहे। Happy Diwali. Asanteni sana. It is indeed an honor to host you today as we celebrate an occasion that symbolizes the values binding us together as Kenyans. When you say we are celebrating light that drove away darkness, you are speaking to all religions in Kenya. Diwali, the Festival of Lights, marks the start of a new business year. It reminds us of the enduring power of light over darkness, knowledge over ignorance and hope over despair. Cardinal principles that are underpinned by our Constitution. As you all know, the first words, the first letters of our Constitution says, "We, the people of Kenya," acknowledging the supremacy of God of all creations. Those are the beginning words of our Constitution, that all of us, coming from different backgrounds, from different communities, from different religions, we all submit to the supremacy of the God of all creations, that we all believe in, that we all submit to. And this occasion of celebrating Diwali is such an occasion that we all worship God, because we believe that it is the right thing to do. And we are taught by religion that man is made so that they can submit and worship God. And a human being without religion is not different from an animal. It is religion that gives us the compass to be different and to believe in God and to have hope and to have direction. And therefore, I am very happy that today, as Bimal here says, for the first time we are celebrating this occasion of Diwali here in State House as a recognition of all of us belonging to this great nation called Kenya. And as I have said, these values transcend any single culture, the values that we all believe in. They resonate with all of us and drive our collective efforts to build a prosperous, united, and inclusive nation. I am humbled to be associated with a festival that has a history spanning 5,000 years. I feel both privileged and proud that our country is enriched with such a wealth of cultures, traditions, and religion. The Indian community in Kenya, often referred to as Kenyan Asians, consists of citizens and residents with ancestral roots largely from the Indian subcontinent. Significant Indian migration began with the establishment of the East African Protectorate in 1895. Since then, they have become an integral part of our nation, playing a key role in nation building, economic growth, in commerce, and in business. I had Bimal here say that his family came to Kenya 100 maybe years ago, and they are here to stay, they are going nowhere. Let me also tell you, our family and community came to Kenya maybe some 500 years ago from migration from Sudan. We are also here, and we are going nowhere. So we are all here. Some arrived earlier, some arrived later, but we are all one citizenry, one people, the people of Kenya. As we light these lamps, let us also renew our commitment to creating a more inclusive, celebrate we arrived here and why. We should take pride in our diversity as a nation. You have said correctly, you make enormous contribution to the commerce, the business, the economy of our country. You also embody philanthropy. We have seen your service in lifting up those in our society who are not the vulnerable in our society. We have seen the food distribution, the many acts of charity that are associated with the Hindu community and the Asian community in Kenya, which we deeply appreciate as Kenyans. Because that is our culture, to lift each and every one of us up. And that is the philosophy behind our bottom-up economic transformation agenda, that we must live in a society that leaves nobody behind. It is the reason why, as a government, and you, in your statement, you said three fundamental things: that we must feed ourselves, we must educate our children, and we must make sure that there is adequate, available, accessible, affordable health care for our citizens. Those three fundamental things are important to us as a government. It is the reason why we have invested heavily in food production. The reason why today unga that was 230 is now below 100 shillings. Because we want to make sure that citizens at every level can afford a meal. We are not quite there, but we have substantially embarked on that journey. And it is my commitment that progressively we will invest in food production in Kenya, including in irrigation. Our aim is to expand land under irrigation by 500,000 acres by 2027 and another 500,000 acres by 2032 to make sure that we have 1,700,000 acres under irrigation so that we can feed our nation. I was particularly, challenged by your father, AJAABU, of Mombasa Cement. When I was elected, he came to see me. He asked to see me, and I invited him, and we had a chat here. And he told me, Mr. President, I want to help you in Galana. I want to grow food. I see I feed many people, and he does in Mombasa. I feed many people, and I want to participate in food production. So I told him, AJAABU, you're most welcome to this space. Please go ahead and participate in food production. You cannot believe what that great Kenyan did. He left my office, went to Galana, and invested, I think, between 3 and 5 billion shillings. He has built 11 dams. He has done an amazing job. So when I got to hear what he had done, and he had no papers, nobody had given him a piece of paper or a lease. He just went there and said, the president has allowed me to do food production. And he went ahead to do it. So when it was brought to my attention and the enormous job that he had done, I saw a person with passion to change the lives of ordinary people. That he was not even patient to wait for paperwork to be done. He was in a hurry to produce food for the most needy people because he is in that space. I see what he does. So I asked my office now to look for him so that we can regularize the paperwork for him. And I even got him some people to help him to do the irrigation because, he's a cement person. So food production is not his forte. So we are now organizing, and I'm looking forward to working with the family organizing so that we can get you people who can help you with irrigation, so that the great investment put in place in Galana by this great Kenyan benefits the food production capacities of our nation. That was phenomenal. That speaks to, truly patriotic citizens of our country. Let me also say that as we celebrate Diwali, and as we celebrate what brings us together, what unites us as a nation, and as we think about the future, I was particularly touched by the performance of our children, the children that performed here. You all know that children are a blessing to us as families and as a country. And we must go out of our way to do what we have to do for our children. Invest in their education, invest in their health, invest in their progress. And it is the reason why we are deploying a lot of resources to make sure that our education system is fit for purpose. In the last 2 years, we've hired 56,000 teachers, the highest in Kenya's history. We're going to hire another 20,000 teachers in January, because we want to make sure that no child in Kenya is left behind as we educate our children. It is the reason why we developed a new funding model, because our children are that important. A student-centered funding model to help fund our children in our TVETs and in our universities, and to make sure that children from vulnerable families get equitable treatment and actually are treated better and are given more facilities, because we want to make sure that we equalize the fortunes of the people of Kenya. It is also the reason why we have changed the ADVERTISE program that was only limited to secondary school children with insurance. We've now expanded that to include all the children, both in primary, in ECD, and all the children of Kenya. They will now be part of an insurance cover system under the UHC program. And it is the reason why we are expanding scope in many other areas to make sure that we carry our children along and we carry the future with us, because they are our future. And I am very proud of how you look after your children. We all, as a society, must mind about what religion can do in forming the character, getting good morals to our children so that we can avoid drug abuse, we can avoid bad character that sometimes undermine our progress as a nation. Parents, all of us, I'm speaking to religious people, parents must take their place in making sure that we parent, we look after our children. We don't go and dump them in school. We don't leave them to the vagaries of their friends. And we don't leave them to, spaces that eventually destroys our children. Because if we destroy our children, we have no future, both as a society and as a country. Finally, let me say that I'm very happy that this occasion has come to be. I have many friends. Kenya has great people from the Asian community in Kenya, and they have made significant contribution to the progress of our nation. Finally, let me tell you something I learned from the Asian community. Ordinarily in Kenya, when we go to church, we put on shoes. Nobody asks you to remove shoes. But I went to Rajasthan in 2018, I think. 2018 and 19, I think. 2018. So I went to Rajasthan. It's not ordinary. And I invited that, I think it was called Matthews, a pastor there, an Indian gentleman, and he came to Kenya, and we support his church. That's how diversity, diversity of religion, diversity of customs, diversity of what we all believe in. So to all of you, you must believe in your country. You must believe in Kenya. We must be proud of this country, and we must make whatever contributions that we must as a patriot, as people who believe in this great nation called Kenya. Therefore, may these lights guide us towards a future filled with hope, compassion, and unity. I wish each of you a very happy Diwali, filled with peace, prosperity, and joy. And to all those celebrating this joyous occasion, and I have heard from Bimal your request on the issue of having Diwali as a national holiday, I will undertake to subject it to the process of government. The Speaker is here. If it has to happen, it has to go all the way to Parliament. But I want to assure you that we will have made a decision by the next Diwali. To all those celebrating this joyous occasion, I extend my very warm Diwali wishes to you and to your families and to all your loved ones and to the people of Kenya. Asanteni sana, and God bless you.